Hello everybody, welcome to what I'm calling the YesJapan Daily, although it will probably not actually be a daily video because I don't have the time to do it every day right now. But when I feel inspired like I am right now, I do want to come on and talk to you a little bit about what I am doing. Right now, I am preparing some immigration documents for a band that is coming to the United States, Exist Trace. They're going to be coming to Boston, New York, Philadelphia, and Pittsburgh. And I think I'm forgetting Boston, Philadelphia. I think I got them all. And New York, sorry. And New York, this March 15th, I'll be there doing that. But in preparation for that, I did have to apply for a visa for them to come to the United States. And part of the visa process is filling out a form called the D-160. And this D-160 is a crazy form that's online that they have to fill out. And because it's all in English, I have to prepare them to be able to do this because I can't do it for them. So let's look at some of the translation, some of the crazy translation that comes up, and we'll talk about some of the techniques that I use to translate the document as accurately as possible. Alright, here we go. So let me just flip over to here. Alright. This is... Hi, Arisa. Arisa, I'm filming right now. Come here. Say hi to everybody. Last time many people saw you was when we were doing the interpreting video. So this is Arisa. Say hi.
Hi.
じゃあ日本語で挨拶してください。
こんにちは。
もう夜だけどね。うん。今どうしたの？宿題終わったの？
後ろ。
うん、後ろね。できたの？これで全部なの？うん。分かった。じゃあママが帰ってきたら見せて。今からやってるから許してね。うん。あんまり邪魔しないでね。Alright, there you go. Arisa is now 9 years old. Last time when we did the day in the life of an interpreter, I think you were how old? 3? And you remember you farted?
I didn't fart.
Okay, alright. Okay.
I need to go.
Okay, alright. Okay. Alright. Okay, so here we are on the screen. We're looking at the D16. Oops, I need to be over here. We're looking here at the D160. And this is notes from the company that helped me. We paid a company to help us get the visa through at Tommy's Dot. So these are their notes. Even them, they look like they say, ridiculous and infuriating process. Which it is. It's horrible. So let's look at some of the things. So I just translated all of these little things. Even the part that it's ridiculous. I put muzukashiku kondan suru yona, which means difficult and confusing. Something that makes you get confused. And I took all of their words, wakariyasuku suru tame, in order to make it easy to understand, kono shorui, this document, Tamizdat ga yoi shiteimasu. Tamizdat has prepared it for you. So even though it's not a direct translation, they will understand what it is. Now keep in mind, with this document, this isn't something that's going to be official that I'm submitting. This is just notes for them, so it doesn't have to be perfect, but I do want it to be accurate. So I am very careful when I do that. So I go ahead and I just want to come up to some of these parts right here. Here they're talking about this website that you need to go to and get picture information. So I just translated the entire part. We can skip past this because I don't have the English for us to compare to. What I want to do is I want to go to some of the questions. All right, let's come down here. Blah, 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 blah. Here we go. All right. So here we go. Right here. Surname. Well, that means last name. So it's myoji. But let's say I didn't know surname. What are some of the places that I would go to look up? Here we go, right here. There's a couple websites that I tend to use a lot of. Let's see if I can get to this quickly. Nope, wrong one. Here we go. Oops, wrong one. And 3, here we go. Nope, god dang it. Number 2. There we go. Okay. So one place that I use a lot is a place called Denshi Jisho, which is jisho.org. It's really pretty awesome. Any dictionary online is pretty much the same, the exact same dictionary file, which is a place called Edict. At the bottom of any page, you'll see. I guess I can't go that far on this, but Edict is what it's based on. It's just a matter of which user interface is the best. And YesJapan's user interface is not so awesome in my opinion, so I do not use our own dictionary form. I recommend you guys link on your toolbar this because it's great. So let's look up in English. We're just going to type surname and we're going to hit search to see what comes up. And right here, dose, that's same surname. Here we go right here. Boom, this is what I wanted. Surname, family name. And what's great is it gives you the hiragana, myoji, and the kanji, nice and big. And normally what I'll do if I wanted that is I would cut and paste. I'd come back to my document, and I would paste it in. Boom. And we would have it. But luckily, oops, what happened here? I did not mean to do that. Let me get back. Here we go. Okay, there we go. Sorry about that. So I would come back to my document and I would cut and paste it. But luckily, I'm a pretty good translator to start, so I already knew that surname was myoji. Given names. Now you would think that that would be something like ataerareta namae, but that would be dumb, really. What they really mean is namae. When you're interpreting and when you're translating, what you want to do is give the meaning, not the direct translation. Don't worry if it's not exact. As long as you're getting your point across and you're not wrong, then it's okay to do something like that. Don't put ataerareta namae. That would just be ridiculous. Sex. Also, don't put sexu. That's not what you mean. Alright. What you're going to put for that is seibetsu. And then, just to be safe, if you look right here, what I've done, I need to make sure that I'm over here doing the notes. What I've done is, right here you see, jose, danse. I want to make sure they don't accidentally choose an M when they meant to be an F. And by the way, they're all girls. It's an all-girl, female visual kei band. Visual kei means visual style. And normally these bands are all boys that look like girls. But this is a group of cute girls looking like boys looking like girls. I know it's complicated, but it's really awesome. And they're really, really nice. They're really one of my favorite girl bands right now. Okay, so here we go. This is a weird one. Marital status. Well, I've never had to say this, and there's probably a better way to say it, but I really just put kekkon no joutai. Now, I could have come over to my my internet checking here. I could come to Denshi Jisho, and I probably could have put in marital status. Now, chances are, this isn't going to come up on Denshi Jisho. Let's see. I'm just guessing. It's not good with a lot of double words. There you go. Found 0 words. So, what's another resource that I love to use? The best, most amazing resource is a place called Autocook, or Space Autocook. And you see the logo right here. And this is basically for Japanese people, so they don't give you any romaji at all. So, romaji or hiragana. So that's really tough if you don't know how to read the kanji. But let's look it up. Marital status. Here we go. Boom. I bet it comes up. They have everything. There it is, right there. Kekkon reki. Oh, I love that. So much better. What if I couldn't read this, though? Holy crap. That's a lot of kanji, right? So I would take this phrase, I would copy and paste it, I'd go back to my Word doc, should go back there, and I would put kekkon reki here. I'm going to make it bigger, just so it's easier for us to see. Okay, now, you can't read that, but let me show you the most amazing tool in Word. It is called Ruby Text or Furigana, and you can do this. I'm going to just drop this down a little bit. Hang on, oops, that did not work the way I wanted it to. Okay, drop this down just a little bit, and you see right here, see this little icon right here? This is phonetic guide. That's another term for it. Phonetic guide. In older versions of Word, it's called Ruby Text. Probably in other versions of Office software, it's called Furigana or Phonetic Guide. So all we have to do is click this, and you see up here I put a little shortcut for myself up in my ribbon because I use it so much. Click it and watch what it does. This is amazing. This will blow your mind. Here we go. Look at this. Boom! Kekkon reki. It gave it to me. And it'll even put it on top if I wanted to. And I can change how far away it is from the character. I can change the size to be smaller, to be bigger. I can change the alignment. I can go 0, 1, 0. Centered. I don't like centered a lot. What I like to do is do this and do mono. And see what it did? It did it in over each kanji, so now I can tell which kanji is what meaning. Or which reading. Kekkon reki, which is really, really nice. Now when you do centered, it does it centered for that character. So when I click OK, come back to my document, you see right here, I've got Furigana. How awesome is that? Alright, so we don't need that, but I'll tell you what. I'm embarrassed now. Now that I know the right way to do it, I don't want to use kekkon no jotai. Let me just put this back up where we can see everything proper. If I can drag it, it'd be awesome. But the window is so small. There we go. It's a little bit better. And we'll do this. Okay. And let's see if I can pull this over just a little bit. Okay. So, I don't like kekkon jotai. I'm embarrassed that I even tried to use that now. And I will remember from now on forever. And by the way, that means kekkon. Kekkon means marriage. And reki is part of rekishi for history. And that actually makes sense. Because gakureki means your school history. Your educational background. Alright, so I'm going to zoom in this a little bit more so we can get some more action. This is probably another bad one, right? Look at this. This is just me being umareta toshi. That's just pretty standard, right? Umareta kuni. But let me see if we can do country of birth in our really awesome Denshi Jisho. If I was doing this as a real pro thing, I certainly would do this for everything and make sure that I wasn't doing some too basic, not basic, but what I like to call kindergarten Japanese. I don't want to be like that. I want to be professional. So I would come to here and look at this. Oh, here we go. Now, this is tough. They give you a bunch of, they found country of birth, but there's no one phrase for it. So I'm going to have to read this out. Watashi wa Saido-san kara umareta kuni. Well, look at that. Boom. Umareta kuni. And I have umareta kuni. So I'm going to go with that. That's fine. Not going to change it. Let's go back to the Word doc. We'll just go through a little bit more. I want to show you, though, some of the real crazy stuff. Let's go down to some of the... This is, if you ever have to apply for a visa to America, first of all, I want to show you one part before I get to that. Let's see. It's really interesting. It says, good luck, and on behalf of the American people, we apologize for putting you through this. And first I was like, wow, that's a little bit aggressive, you know. But it's true. Once I got to some of the phrases and questions that I had to translate, I was blown away. Let's look at some of this here. Let's see here. Do you have specialized skills or training in firearms, nuclear, biological, or chemical experience? Wow, that's a big question, right? So I had to look up each one of those. I looked up nuclear, kaku. I looked up biological, kagaku seihin, and senmon tokuwaza. No senmon tokuwaza. I looked all of those up, and this is a new one that I hadn't heard before. Kaki. And I could, if I wanted to, I could just go ahead and look at the guide here, and you see it's kaki. This is really sweet too. There are places on the internet like I believe rikai.com. You can put a whole bunch of text in and it'll give you the furigana. But if you have Word, you can just do it word by word. It's great when you're studying. You can cut and paste a bunch of text in there, test yourself, and then see if you got it right by doing it this way. And I would say 99% of the time, Word is correct. It got the right wording. Sometimes it's wrong. Sometimes you do have to look it up. Okay. Here's another one. Have you served in the military? That's pretty good. Have you ever served in, been a member of, or been involved in a paramilitary unit, vigilante group, guerrilla group, or insurgent organization? Really? That's the type of question? Okay. Luckily, I don't think my female rock band members have done this. And here's a good one. There's a really good one. Let's see. I saw this one later. Blah blah blah. Where was this one? There's a really awesome one in here. And I just happen to know the phrasing from before. Where is it? Where is it? There's like 4 in a row that were like totally crazy. I'm just going to look it up. So I'm going to find it. Oh, here we go. I just lost it. I'm blind. Here it is. Have you ever ordered or incited or assisted or otherwise participated in genocide? Yes, the lead singer of Exist Trace has killed an entire population of people who like K-pop. Here it is. And this is the phrasing, daigyakusatsu. I actually learned that a long time ago. There's also another phrase that I learned when we were in Bosnia. It's racial cleansing, I believe was what they called it, which was minzoku joka. But daigyakusatsu. Who'd have thunk I'd ever need to use that when I'm translating a document? Well, it turns out when you bring a band over to play some music, you do need to know if they've done genocide or torture or if they plan on being a prostitute. They actually asked this question, will you be being a prostitute in America? And I think, let's say that was their plan. Let's say that they were going to come and play New York and then do some prostitution after. Would they want to tell the government that they're doing that? I don't think so. Another one they had was, in that same question was, if you're not going to be a prostitute, are you going to actually hire prostitutes? Which, let's say you were going to. You're not going to admit that to anybody unless you're bragging to your friends about something. You're not going to tell them, on a form for a visa. So that's sort of the process I go through. And what I've done here is, you'll see, when I ask them if they've done espionage or sabotage, I do it right here in Japanese. I leave the English for them in this case, just in case. Later on I want to check my work. If they later on say, I don't understand this question, I don't have to go find the English original. And I put it in blue so that they have an easier time reading it. And when I'm done, I'm almost done, I will go ahead, send this to them, and hopefully they'll be able to answer all these and come to America and play some music. So there you have it. Those are some of the tools, just a little bit of review. I do this for any time I'm doing translation. I just open up these two tabs. If I can find the tab, here it is. Here's a good, so we have jisho.org is always the basic one that I go to, and SpaceArc for the difficult one. There's another one that I found. It's called Alibaba. Let's see if I have that link here. I don't think I have it. Let's see, Alibaba. Let me see, Alibaba. Let me just type that in and see what comes up. Alibaba.com. No. Let's see, translation. Alibaba. Nope, that wasn't it. I'm sure someone knows it. Here we go. Language translator. Here we go. Come on, let this be it. Nope. Anyway, Alibaba also is pretty good. It does sometimes pop up ads right in front of the thing you want to look at, which is a little bit irritating. That's why I like jisho.org, and that's why I love Space Autocook, because it will have the craziest things in there. So there you go, a little bit of an insight into translation work. I'll see you all on the next time I feel inspired to do it daily. Bye-bye.